Hey everybody, welcome back to Movie Practice, where I put myself through homeschool, DIY film school, and post a new assignment every week. Assignments include short film projects, critiques of those short films, video essays, and a wildcard extra credit video where I talk about my progress. This week I'm going to talk about the short film that I posted last week. Short film is a strong word, admittedly. I just made it here in my house. So yeah, that's what this is. I just pontificate on what I can do better, what I suck at, and I make myself cry harder than Florence Pugh in Midsommar. And then I call it a day. So first, go watch the short, come back, because, you know, I'm gonna be ruining shit. So yeah, let's get started. Every sound you hear besides the breath here is Foley. Sound is something that I am trying to get better at, planning ahead for. I had to record a lot of sound after this was done and edited, and just walked around with a microphone through my whole house recording all this stuff. The sink, the gulps, all of it. I was splashing water on my face to try to look sweaty at this point. Okay, we'll stop here for a second. So basically this is about a guy who starts to think that there's someone watching him. It's just kind of like a weird little paranoia of being alone in a house and just hearing weird noises outside. So I have a couple of shots that I was trying to use to illustrate that. The first one comes where I rack focus from the inside of this kitchen window to kind of draw attention outside. Maybe there's something going on out there. It's windy, leaves are moving around. But yeah, that rack focus outside was something that I thought would communicate visually that there was something going, or potentially something going on out there. So I hear something outside, and then I hear the buzz of the laundry machine, and I go outside to go check the laundry. And I'd shot it perpendicular to the wall at first because I was trying to set up that the window right next to it here is the window to the bathroom, which will be important later. But I moved the camera farther away, used a little bit longer of a lens as a kind of more voyeuristic shot, like someone was maybe watching him, like hiding behind the car, looking through the windshield. Just another way to visually kind of cue you into the atmosphere of this kind of paranoia. And the shot after this is the shot of the security light coming on. And yeah, here we go again, me entering the laundry room, and the focus is out to the backyard, again kind of conveying an idea that there's something out there maybe. Was that somebody? Was it just the wind? So this is where I think you kind of start to notice one glaring dumb error that I made in the shooting of this, which is that this guy's in the laundry room all by himself. He's feeling a little bit on edge because he just maybe heard something outside earlier, and the door slams closed behind him, and he doesn't take his headphones out. Who wouldn't take their like, he's trying really hard to listen if there's somebody outside, and he's not taking his headphones out. That doesn't make any sense at all. So that was definitely my fault. One big lesson that I learned from this was do not shoot without a script. This was a film with no dialogue, so I thought I could just write story beats down in my phone and then make another little note on my phone with like a shot list, because I just thought it would be easier because I was in my house, when really I just should have put the work in and written a script and written a full shot list. So that was probably my biggest takeaway from this. And another long shot from the perspective of the backyard that I showed earlier, maybe also giving a clue that there's someone out here. Finishes with the laundry, goes back inside. Camera focused on this window, and I cross into frame, and the floodlight turns on, the security light, the motion detector light. So we've already set up that it's a motion detector light that turns on when you walk in front of it. So we're setting up the light is shining into this window as well, and that'll be important later. The story that I had in my head required that he be in the laundry room for part of it, and then it required that he be in the shower after that. So having him go on a run was my solution there, so that he would be smelly and he would go from trying to fold laundry and thinking that the laundry was maybe still smelly, and then going to take a shower, because the shower is where the next scene needed to be, which was I thought was a cool solve. It definitely fixed any kind of pacing where I would just randomly have to jump time in the middle of the video. and kind of made for a smooth transition from laundry to shower. Did this little push in here to kind of create some atmosphere. It turns this light switch on, and you get setup number 3, that this bathroom is attached to this window that we saw earlier. So we've got 3 pieces of logic that we needed to know. There's a light with a motion sensor, that light shines on this window, and that window is connected to that bathroom. And without any one of those individual shots, we wouldn't have been able to set that up fully enough so that the payoff would work. Yeah, we'll get to that payoff right here. I'm in the shower, scrub-a-dub-dub. And then the light comes on, yeah. So someone's outside moving around and the motion detector goes off and the light turns on and you can see it from the window in the bathroom. Yeah. So a lot of setup for that shot to be ominous. There's literally just a shot of a shampoo bottle and a light turning on, and it's creepy. Yeah, I don't think it's scary, and I don't know if there's anything I could have done to make this scarier, or if this just wasn't really that scary of a concept. Mostly this short film was capturing a mood of just kind of like pensive paranoia. And I think it worked. I think I have the mood down, and I think the setup and payoff worked. I just don't think it was as scary as I thought it was going to be. So let's get into some post-production talk. I hinted at some of the sound stuff earlier. I recorded a lot of sound after the fact. Everything was recorded Foley or just field recording of me walking around with a microphone, which was fun. It was really annoying and tedious because I didn't plan to do that, but as I kind of edited this together, I was like, shit, I gotta do all this audio. And I think it's a much better video because I did all of that sound recording. I will just plan better in the future and get those sounds recorded while I'm in that setup when I'm going to need them. I do want to talk about one other big takeaway that I have, which is the score. I made this score and I was really proud of it. A couple things I didn't love about it. There's a moment in the beginning where it's just kind of like sounds going on, and I think that kind of is doing a little too much at the time. I kind of wish I would have gone back and cut that out and let the environment sounds do a little more of that mood lifting. But I like I got this sound that I really enjoyed, which is that whoa, 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 that I feel like is a good anxious paranoid sound. And then the kind of full song, full beat really coming in at the end here after the light turns on was pretty cool. I enjoyed making this music, and I feel like the music of everything else in the short film, I think the music was closest to being spot on. Editing was pretty smooth. First day of shooting, my shot list was really loosey-goosey, but at the end of the day, I had plugged it in and I looked at the footage and I was like, well, fuck, I'm missing like this insert shot. I need this shot to connect this to that. I think I can do this one better. And so the next day I went out with a full shot list and knocked the rest of it out in like a couple hours of all the shots that I missed. But once all of those shots were in, the edit was pretty smooth, just stitching all of the pieces that I need together. Not really that concerned with good takes and bad takes because there's not a whole lot of acting going on here. So as long as my face looked kind of scared and I opened the door at the right tempo, then I just, I picked that shot. I really enjoy editing. I enjoy editing, I think, more than I do shooting. I enjoy thinking of shots and composing them in my head, but the actual going out and getting them is just so hard. Like there's so much effort it takes to actually get that in the can. I like the dreaming of it, and then in my head it's perfect, and then to go out and try to make it perfect is really annoying. But editing is just super fun. All of the footage is there together for you, and you just like get to make a story out of it. I really enjoyed that part. Color grading though is a pain in the ass. There was nothing pretty about this shoot at all. It's kind of like a moody, dark house and overcast day, so I was kind of going for like The Witch, like that kind of atmosphere. It's just kind of like hazy and kind of low-key spooky, but not scary. So it was that kind of color grade that I was going for as well, just a little low-key, a little flat. I ended up getting it okay, but it took me like 5 passes of the color grade to kind of figure that out. I haven't filmed in log all that much, so color grading from log is a new process for me, but I think I did okay. So in conclusion, definitely learning a lot. This one was not great, but hey, I'm proud of myself for doing it, and I'm proud of a lot of choices that I made. I was happy that I was getting to make visual storytelling minded choices with the camera. It's that kind of stuff that I really enjoyed thinking about. So really proud of this exercise and excited to keep this going. Let me know what you think. If you have any other notes for me, any other criticisms or critiques, I would love to hear them. Always looking to learn. So yeah, thanks for watching, and see you guys next week.